Very
Nice
crisp
job.
on that
That
one. I like it.
huge spike.
It's gorgeous.
Welcome to the Macedonia Ultimate Frisbee Podcast, week
That's
9, I think. But this is
Still my
talking about week 5. We actually had a real podcast this week where we're talking about game breakdowns and game predictions instead of just trying to stretch one of the two into a whole 2 hours.
Back at it.
So back at it again, full strength. With us today are Josh Stadahar, Luke LaGuardia, as always, Kevin, Dan, Mike, TJ, and Scott.
And still not a representative from Gabe's team.
Yep.
Still not a representative from Gabe's team.
But that is fully my fault because I left Sammy unread all day. So sorry, Sammy.
Honestly, I think they've been winning since they haven't been represented, so it's probably seems like it's working for them.
Well, I mean, Gabe phoned in on the second one.
Hey, I think they lost the next game.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, no.
That is right. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is we need to get Gabe's team.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Somebody kidnap Gabe and make him come here.
Yeah.
Love that.
Who was here for my team when I wasn't here the 1 week?
No one.
No one.
No one.
And I still lost!
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Listen, it
I
doesn't
don't think
apply
the-
everywhere.
I don't think the logic works for you.
Yeah.
5-0 is a bigger hill to get over. Or 05.
Did we update the schedule, by the way? I didn't
No,
know.
we did not. I updated my teams, but I didn't know what the scores were for the other games, so I didn't do the other ones.
Gotcha.
So our game is good, but the other ones aren't. I did also upload the standings, which interestingly enough did not change after this last week at all.
Yeah, because everything stayed the
Because everything was the exact same. It just spread out a little bit more.
Mhm. Well,
That being said,
let's talk
the
about
3
that
teams
first
at the top of the league, like top 3 seeds won, bottom 3 seeds lost.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So yeah, it was game 1. Was that our game?
That was
our
our
game.
game. Yeah.
Oh, one thing that I am gonna do sometime in the next week or so is I'm gonna switch which one's game 1 and game 2 because I don't want to have to play game 1 on field 2 and game 2 on field 1 because that'll get confusing.
That makes sense.
So,
yeah. Makes
Just
sense.
be aware I'm gonna do that sometime soon.
And yeah, we did figure out, I don't know if everybody heard it, but we did figure out that we are on field 1
Yeah.
for the rest of the season.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's got a low ceiling. Fun fact.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is it
Like how
Is
low?
it significantly lower?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like crazy lower. Maybe
Is
like
Joey gonna hit
10
the ceiling
10
more?
feet lower.
Probably. Joey didn't hit the ceiling at all. I think Mr.
No,
Long here is
I
the ceiling
hit
hit
the
king.
ceiling.
like 5 times.
Oh, really?
Well, like so.
3 of them were in the same exact try of the same exact throw, but
Well, 2 of those, and then one was on a
Oh,
pole,
that one
and then
did.
Pat hit the ceiling. Like there was a good chunk of times people hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And it's never happened elsewhere. So.
Yeah.
Safe assumption to say it's a little lower.
now
I
just
think
to-
it's also a little bit lower in field 3 though, to be honest. I don't know if it's the
Maybe.
same as field 1. I never played there, but
and to stick with the meme, Pat probably hit the ceiling because he's throwing it to his tall people all day.
yeah.
True.
Um,
True.
oh, did Pat hit the ceiling?
That's what
Just
they
one
said.
time, yeah.
Okay.
Like me.
Look, you put up crazy
Yeah, no,
shit
it's
sometimes.
I get it. I'm on 5. You don't want to listen to me. That's fine.
No, I believe you, but like, you have been known to put up crazy ill-advised throws, so you hitting the ceiling a couple times doesn't necessarily
happened all
mean
season.
anything.
But the thing is, he
Yeah.
said Pat hit the ceiling.
But Pat
too.
also did too, so.
He said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I'm sorry. I guess you're right. My bad. Yeah.
So,
But anyways,
Game 1.
Yeah.
Kevin didn't play. We
I
lost
did not.
15-9. What do you think about that, Kev?
easy money.
I don't know. I don't know much.
My hot take is I don't think it would have been that different if you had played.
I don't think so either.
Because like you didn't win that game as much as we lost it, big time.
Honestly, I think that both teams were just playing bad, and then Kevin's team was playing.
Kevin's team was they were
Better.
doing their thing. They were playing smart. They only turned it over 10 times. Well, plus 2 or 3 times from Gabe, which weren't on the stat sheet, but they didn't turn over very much. They scored some garbage time points at the end, and they did what they always do.
Definitely got it on the sideline and just got stuck a lot from your team, and then just threw some floaty bullshit up that someone
Yeah.
athletic went up and got it. And that's
Yeah.
just
That's
of our
that's the
scores were
kind of
just some
thing that like
bullshit.
it's a little bit. We're good at forcing other teams to do the hard stuff. We just if you play a game where you connect on 60% of those instead of 80% of those, might be a tough time for you. Just happened to be that you caught them all.
Vince played
really well.
Really well.
I was impressed.
I'm upset that he
You got 2
laid out
points.
for that
Yeah.
hand block.
He took my heart out when I
Yeah, I was
caught my hand block.
I was gonna ask how demoralizing is that for you?
Straight up, like looking back at it, that's where we lost the game. Was on that hand block. It was 7-6. What?
Yeah, go, because I missed it internally because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing there.
They
happened?
were up 7-3 in the first half. We closed to 7-6 at half.
And you guys were
We were
receiving
receiving in the second half. Moved up to half field, turned it over. They put it right down to me, 5 yards in front of the end zone. It's kind of like a fire drill. Everyone's trying to find their man. I played off a little bit. Luke threw it up. I kind of like jumped and whacked it, and it went all the way across the field, like 20 yards, and then Luke made like a diving catch on the ground. Or Vince made
Vince made a
catch on the
diving
ground
one-handed
and
catch.
Shit, that's awesome.
And we were all like stood there for a second. We're just like, oh my god.
I'm assuming that's on
Yeah.
video, right? All right, I
Yeah,
gotta watch that.
you can't really see him catch it because it's right underneath where the camera is.
Yeah.
But
Still. Oh,
absolutely took my heart out.
you know what I gotta say for that? Catch your D's.
Jeez.
I know. If
Yeah,
you're jumping
I mean-
up to swat it, that's
Yeah.
a different story. But
Just close your hand when you're swatting.
I mean, yes, if you
That's a good
Well,
strategy.
theoretically, if you touch it, you could catch it. But
It's pretty close, so it's still
Yeah.
hard to catch at that distance
Yeah.
because he was only like maybe 10 feet off at max.
well, so
Yeah.
it's quick too. Yeah.
So it's a hand.
And I definitely didn't
Yeah.
float it up. Like I
Yeah,
put
you
a little
were
bit on
you were
it.
sending it in there.
It wasn't like a poached D. It was a hand block.
Yeah.
Other than that, like my team just, I have a theory about what happened this week.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's hear your theory.
My theory about what happened this week is the teams that rely primarily on athleticism to win games all won. The teams that rely primarily on strategy to win games all lost. Just because
Agreed.
we haven't played for 4 weeks, there are so many situations. Like there's one situation where like Joey was breaking deep. He was open. I threw to him the second he was open, but he like let up to like look back and call for it, and then it
By
just
that time, the
sailed
disc was already
past him.
past him.
Was that when you like smacked the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Arguably, I look at your team. I think you're more athletic than Kevin's team.
Yes.
Arguably, oh yeah. Post trade for sure.
Maybe on average, but I
So how could you argue you're not the more athletic
No,
team?
no. Here's the
well,
thing.
I think that like
Coming out of halftime, it was you, Mike Long, Walsh, Ferris, and
Dennis.
Dustin. No,
Oh,
Dustin.
Yeah, no,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Yeah.
no, it was Dustin.
Yeah.
It was all 5 of you
Sorry,
out.
Dustin.
Yeah.
And we looked across. We were just like, "What the fuck?" We're like, "All right, well, who's guarding who?" You know, like that is just 5 athletic people.
Right.
You know what I
But-
mean? Like,
But the point I'm trying to say is my team doesn't rely on our athleticism. We're trying to be like a smart, like
well, maybe there's
equal
your answer.
distribution. Maybe I should, but like
Oh,
if
okay,
the goal
I
is
get
for
what you're
us
saying.
to
Yeah.
actually like learn and develop players, just throw it up to Dustin every point. Like, what's that going to do for anyone?
Dustin had 0 touchdowns and 0 assists.
Yeah, but if we play the
But
throw
that,
up to
like-
Dustin strategy, like that could very easily work. But what's the point of that? Because then the other 4 people on our team don't really get to play.
I think something that happened with, like something big that happened with your team, is you guys just threw it to Johnny's a lot.
Yeah.
We did a really
Yeah,
bad
like,
job. We did
for
a
no reason.
We did a
just
really
stood there.
bad job of clogging constantly. This is
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, the cohesion. It's like there were times where I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't know where to go because everyone's just running in circles. And we did a really bad job of punishing his poaching. You were the only one who did it the entire game, and Walshy dropped it in the end zone. Because he kept coming over to try and like bait stuff and make D's, but he would just leave his man wide open, and we never took advantage of it.
Yeah, there were times where
It's like what we talked about at halftime.
like Johnny would drop back and poach because he just was helping the deep, but you had a guy completely unmarked.
Yeah. Never hit him.
He had the disc sometimes, and no one played like small quick ball with that.
Yeah.
You guys refused to play small quick ball at that time, and I didn't understand why, because I was telling Johnny that if he's gonna do that, he's gotta tell if he sees someone going like wide, tell whoever's going like wide to the break side to just drop on mark, so there's a force and it actually can do something.
Mhm.
But it didn't happen at all. And you guys just didn't take advantage of it, so I was very
Confused.
confused when watching
No,
it.
because it was like, because even at like halftime, Kevin was telling us, he goes, Joey's the only one that can reliably hit that deep throw, so make him beat us on the over. And we did not do as good of a job in the second half as we wanted to like stop the unders. But at the same time, I think like for us, like a lot of it is like we play a lot of overs, and we like there was a time where
your team, I think, is predisposed towards staying over top.
Yeah.
So like when you get tired in the game, that's kind of what you default.
But then again, like early on in the second half too, like you guys were guarding the deep hard, and so I would just pick up the disc and throw it to Johnny like 15 yards up, like in the middle, and it just started us up. And so I think as soon as you guys were like, oh shit, we have to guard the top, then it just opened up that middle space for everything.
That was just our team in the second half actually did exactly what I wanted them to do in the second half, which is take away the unders because everyone was afraid of getting scored on deep. We didn't do a bad job at it. We did what we were supposed to do.
Oh, I know. For me, I think I'm talking about myself personally. I could have done better. I think I let Scott get away and break side too many times. I don't know. I was just trying to.
Well, you're a very active mark. You try and guard everything all at once. If you like. If
I can. Yeah.
But if you're doing that, someone who isn't newer is gonna get a break there off once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, everything you do comes at a price.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Got any other comments about our game, Kev?
Not really.
All right.
No.
Next one was Dan versus Pat. What went down?
It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, like up until about the last 5 minutes, it was like a 1-point game. We were very much in it. And then I think it was a combination of things in that like there was one really long point, maybe like a minute and a half or something.
Mm-hmm.
And my team just came off super gassed.
Yeah.
And like I'm pretty sure I was sitting that point too. So like it was, I'm coming in fresh, but everyone's tired as shit.
I feel like
halfway through the game, Christina said she couldn't play anymore because she's getting over something.
Yeah.
And so we only had one sub. My entire line's gassed.
Yeah.
No real recovery time.
I feel like in certain situations, you just like let them score. We'll get them next time. We're just gonna kill ourselves trying to get this 1 point when there's 8 more to play in the game.
Because I think we're too big of a momentum-based team to just kind of take that approach.
I think that's hard to do, but it almost feels like that's what you should do sometimes. I can't say I would ever do it, but I've definitely been in that situation where you lose a 5-minute point. It's really hard to like do anything after that.
Yeah, but where's the cutoff? Where are you like, okay, we let them score now?
Right, exactly. So I don't know what the answer is. It just I sympathize with that.
And then outside of that, too, I felt like I threw the game.
Yeah,
I heard you
that's
real bad.
I've heard
you real bad.
It was on a pole or something. It went straight to the sideline, and then I picked it up. And like stall 0, I threw a push pass over top that went to the back of our end zone. So
you did the
and
dumbest
like at that
throw
point,
possible.
it was a really that was a 1 point
classic,
game
like,
right there.
yeah, I went like, and it boosted to the back of our end zone. Wasn't anywhere near Higgy.
Kind of shit that gets you kicked if you do it on a real team.
Yeah.
It
was like stall 0, stall 1.
Yeah,
and then we got scored on. And so
you get yelled at by a coach. You get pulled off the field and you're no longer playing that game. Exactly.
But honestly, it was a really good game up until the last couple minutes. No, it wasn't even that. We were declining before that.
Mm-hmm.
That just was the cherry on top.
So Pat said he wanted to have Dan Baumgartner and Allison touched on the disc a little bit more. Did that happen? It looked like via the stats he didn't score as much, but that doesn't mean he isn't still the main guy.
Through doing stats, it seemed like he actually like succeeded on that pretty good.
I don't know if it's like exactly what he wanted.
Switch.
That result of it, but
he definitely started towards the end to like get back into being more of the main guy.
Yeah,
because I heard his strategy the entire time was to not get any assists whatsoever, and that lasted. That lasted past halftime. He literally didn't get an assist the entire first half, and then started to get a couple assists. One was just like there was no way for him not to. Like he was wide open, he just had to dump it. But then he started to like kind of go into it.
So you watched the game back actually?
No, I was just did stats.
Okay. Oh, you're watching the game when it happened?
Yep.
Gotcha. So the game was pretty close at half. Do you think that's potentially because they weren't playing like their optimal style?
Definitely part of it. I mean,
I think that long term is definitely better for people other than Pat to handle. But like in the short term,
it helps. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's probably true. They were trying to like learn something new and not rely on Pat, which definitely added to it. But I don't know, both teams first half really weren't like it was fine. There's some mistakes all around, but I mean a pretty like I was gonna say
that's me.
Well, it's actually kind of wild not to like shit on Josh at all, but the entire game there were 2 drops. They're both from Josh.
Yeah, I noticed.
Which the entire
They're
game
both
2
in the
drops.
end zone too.
I noticed Josh finally got up on the leaderboard for something.
When it drops.
Yeah.
I did see that I was leading our team in drops now.
Don't worry, I'm top of turn, so I feel you.
Let's see, what is that? I
Where's
think it was
Josh
like
at
9,
drops?
maybe.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
9.
It's okay, Josh. I'm statistically the worst player in the league.
Are you?
I am.
Do you have the lowest? Oh, you do. Yes. Yikes.
Well, take that into consideration for seeding next year.
There's
Yeah.
there's nowhere to go but up.
I mean, no, we still need to throw in the beers for your overall score, though.
Yeah, 2 cases is gonna be pretty sweet.
That's true. Yeah. When I win my 2 cases, my plus minus is gonna go way up.
That's cute.
Actually,
No,
were there
no,
any
at
beer
this
bets
point,
left?
No,
The cases.
It was just
Just
Yeah,
the
the
cases.
cases. But
plus minus still may not be high.
I mentioned it today in the chat, but as with your loss on Thursday, I am officially safe from having to eat a crow.
I did see that.
Good on you.
Because you've been locked out of a winning regular season record.
I still would want to. I would have loved that just to see where Dan was going to get a crow.
I was,
I would have killed any bird.
there was never a doubt.
I mean,
There wasn't even a shred of doubt.
Well, when I made the bet, I was like, "Wow, I really played myself. I get nothing out of this."
Joke's
So I
on
really-
you. I've been throwing this whole season just because I felt bad.
Yeah.
just 'cause
He's gonna come out.
So you're gonna win your next 5 games?
Yeah, we are.
Unleash.
Next 5.
Sky, you want to make a bet? Oh, we'll get there when we talk.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. Anything else from that game?
You want to talk about? Anyone play well? Anyone play?
See, everyone played pretty average.
How's the dynamic with Higgy now?
He didn't change a thing.
In a good way or a bad way?
Dan gave a very "what the fuck are you talking about"
Use
look
your
to
noodle.
Scott.
What, like,
You
if
said-
no-
you said-
if
you
nothing
said-
changed, how can it be good and or bad?
Well, it's
Well, you said
actually bad.
you said he didn't change a thing. Like, would you have wanted him to do something different? Or are you happy that he did?
So
No, I want more brick hands. That's what I want, baby.
No,
So
Dan is
he-
saying that like he didn't change the teams out like the teams.
Yeah, because the
performed.
goal of the
Gotcha,
trade
gotcha,
was to
gotcha.
change the dynamic and help his team out. And he just said it hadn't changed.
No, Higgy said himself he had an off game, and so
Yeah,
Yeah.
watching it, that did seem true. Seemed like he was like, I think he
Those
felt
are
the
new
pressure
team.
of being in the trade. Seemed like he was trying to like do
Yeah.
more than he wanted to.
I wanted him to be a little more confident. He felt a little shy.
Who was guarding him most of the time? Matt Shanek?
Couldn't tell you.
Mm,
You had Dennis for a little
Dennis?
Yeah,
For a
he
little,
had Dennis
like
a couple
one time,
times. He had Matt a
Dennis.
couple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, those both of them are going to be
Yeah.
probably tough for his gas tank throughout a 50-minute game.
I think you had Allison a couple times too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very inconsistent matchups.
Yeah.
Well, I think like when he was on our team, like when he was out there, you had talked about before, he was the mismatch guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he caught that mismatch and that like was
Yeah.
super huge. And now that he's not that mismatch
Now he's
guy, he's drawing
Matt or
a guy.
Dallas or
Yeah.
What was that?
I did keep my force for the full half. I was looking at it.
I don't know, dude.
I had my.
You guys got beat strike downfield so many times.
You guys.
You get
everybody but me.
I don't think I did.
Okay. I didn't watch it.
Well, have you taught your defenders how
Yes,
to
I have, Kevin.
how
Thank
to
you.
stop strikes?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Ask Vince.
Just pretend for a second I'm an idiot. How do you stop strikes?
You stand in the open side, and you, whether or not you're giving them an under or an over, a little bit slanted down and or up, so they have to
while
run
you're
through.
downfield?
What?
While
Yeah.
you're downfield, you mean? Or while
Yeah.
you're... Okay.
So they have
they
to,
have
run,
to run
through you.
at you. Yeah.
Right, but what if you're... If it's like a give and go situation, then they're just in front
Well,
of you.
then you're always at a disadvantage.
Yeah, okay.
On defense.
I don't know if there's a secret to stop that, because I didn't think there was.
Rolls.
I was waiting to really get some
I guess you could just like guess,
secret
hey,
knowledge.
this should happen here, and then lay out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
But yeah, go ahead.
where's the person standing in relation to where the guy is going strike and where the disc is?
In relation,
Where the guy would get the strike? Is he standing in between?
defender.
Yes.
He Dan got it right. He was saying they'd be between, so they'd have to go through you to get it.
What, you want an angle?
35 degrees.
Do you have a
from the,
protractor
I don't actually.
Ugh.
Am I gonna like lay out a?
What
You
I
want me to
what
draw
I'm
it
pretty much
for
asking,
you?
was your team doing what you?
No, they
Explain.
weren't. That's what I just said. I said people were getting beat strike. You don't listen either.
Things would just be easier if everyone
No one
listened.
listens to the 0-5 team.
No. So, the next question I have is, how
Ask me
close?
some dumb shit.
How close do you stand to the guy you're guarding strike?
Well, that's matchup dependent.
How close?
Give me an example.
Just on an average
average.
matchup.
Okay, if Jan is guarding the strike guy,
I'm not saying names. No names. Average matchup. Two average players matching up against each other.
I don't know, like 2-3 yards.
is that skepticism? Kevin's like, I don't
Is
know.
that too many or too few, Kevin?
Yeah, what are they?
I'd say 3 yards. Yeah. I was just asking. I'm just going through what he's trying to.
All right, 0-5. You're doing all right.
He's trying to audit your captaining, make sure you're teaching him all the right stuff.
Like, I think I do a fine job as a captain.
Yeah. I think we should have traded captains. That would have been cool.
I do too.
Honestly,
That would have just been fun to see. Like,
No, you know
what
what's
would've
funny?
happened.
I promise you, I would fucking slay on Kevin's team.
Yeah.
Because last year, I subbed for Kevin one day. I had 10 assists.
Yeah.
It's that fucking easy.
Yeah. So are you saying that if you picked a better team both years?
Yeah.
Is that because what I'm hearing is the different? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, Josh being the guest sort of from that game. Any comments?
No, nothing at all. About the same thing right there.
How do you think you did specifically yourself?
Bad.
How did you think you did on guarding strikes?
Well, if you can-
First half, okay. Second half, I was gas, and like you could just tell, I was like probably 8 yards off my mark. By the time I got to my mark, they're already throwing the disc. So,
Was Pat's team just like running you guys around? Or
no,
was
we
it
only
just...
had one sub.
Well, we had one. Johnny and I played the whole entire game.
I think
Yeah, but
Scott's
Johnny
team-
played the whole game. What was that?
I think Scott's team, or no, and Pat's. So Scott and Pat's team were the only two that had full 7. Everybody else had 6.
Yeah, it's not fun.
That's kind of why I like that we have.
We're kind of
7
not
now.
in shape either. Like, there's very few of us on the team that are in shape enough to do that.
To do it for the whole,
Yeah.
I get you. Well,
Prime time.
last one.
Prime time.
Me versus Gabe.
Versus Gabe. Gabe versus you.
Yeah, it was all right. I think what happened was we came out extremely flat-footed, specifically mentally, not that bad physically, but like we just
How
weren't.
flat should your feet be on the field?
No, literally never, not at all.
But where in
What degree to the ground should
You want to stay in the balls of your
should the
feet
balls
so
of
you
your
can
feet
move
be?
quick.
But how much ball?
All ball.
Oh,
All the time.
I'm mocking Kevin.
I know.
We all know.
understand.
I'm not having any of it.
But no, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we, like I said, came off flat-footed mentally specifically, and therefore Gabe got up. I think at one point it was like 2-3, which was fine, but pretty quickly he was up like 4 or 5. Yeah, like enough to where it was like, all right, what do we do? And then we started playing hero ball a little bit, like we always do, and that added to sort of the kind of pressure that I feel like a lot of my team feels.
Mm-hmm.
Hero ball is never the
No,
answer.
never at all.
No.
But
Unless you're a hero.
no. It just doesn't work. You can't. It's impossible to be a hero on
You gotta make
Frisbee.
them play hero ball. Win.
But we, and then after that, it kind of mentally degraded into just being like, all right, we're definitely losing this. But the last like 10 to 15 minutes, when that was true, I literally just came out to one line and I was like, all right, forget it. This game's over. We're having fun. Let's just do some fun things. And I asked like the line that I was on, like, all right, what do you guys want to do this point? Like, what's the fun thing we're doing this point? And Aaron, I think it was either Aaron or Zach, but somebody suggested family point, which is just every single person has to touch the disc before you score. And we literally went down, had 6 passes, 6 passes that scored. So it was 5 that got all the people, and then the 6th one scored. So I was like, all right, I think that's what we really need on our team is just like, we've got a lot of positive, fun people, and we have to just like go back to sort of backyard baseball type of just like, let's get out there and play some Frisbee.
Yeah.
Real quick toss back to my game because I something clicked in my mind that I remember. Watching back the video, holy shit, Jan, throw a backhand, man. Like he throws so many lefty scoobers that like were
Open backhands.
well, yeah, that and then it's like over Chase's head and he's like when it could just be like completion.
On that note, though, Jan was having a monster game. I think it ended up pretty good. I mean, the turns, I think, came pretty much at the
I
end.
think the stats don't show a good showing of Jan's game.
In which direction?
Well, I don't think Jan played that great.
Okay, watching it, I think he was playing very well. He didn't make a lot of mistakes, and then, I mean, like I said, the last couple, like, 15 minutes is almost an outlier for your whole team, because it started to just sort of be like,
just disintegrated.
yeah, like kind of like a mess. But for the long time, I mean, he had 5 assists, 2 points. Like, he was doing well.
Backhands. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
So, your guys' game, what was the score actually? Like 18-9? Was that the final score?
I thought it was
sounds
20.
familiar.
I thought I saw 20 up somewhere.
So let's see. We
That
got.
all says 20. That from there it says 20-9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That sounds
can I not
right.
read? Or do math?
I can't do math.
I added these up. I'm pretty sure it was 20
Okay.
when I like put the stats on.
I see it now. Yeah, I missed it too. Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. So we sort of got down and then just stayed down and continued to stay down. So it was, that was just sort of the story of the game. I mean, there's not too much to like talk on or dwell on because we all made mistakes, but we weren't like. Gabe's team just beat us. You know what I mean? Like we weren't like doing terribly. We just got wrecked.
So 2 questions. 1, do you think your team was tired from all the miles they had been running? And 2, we're gonna get to that one first.
Certainly not, because Paul was the only one to get any cues in whatsoever.
Okay.
Mark did tell me that he was running a bunch, and then Palms also said that he was, but he didn't care to send anything. But I don't think that was the case at all.
Yeah. And 2, sounded like Gabe's team started to run an actual offense. I heard him talking about. Sounded like they were doing a side stack and a vert stack and kind of alternating.
Yeah.
How did that work for him?
Before the game, I was actually that's what it was hilarious. I was in the bathroom and I heard him talking to Anthony outside of the bathroom very loudly about their plan.
Yeah.
And then Gabe walked in. And I was like, "So, It sounds like you're doing a vert stack. But I don't know if they really did that. They did. They were a little bit more organized. They were a little bit more sort of understanding of like spacing than they usually were. But they still basically just got out there and played. Yeah.
So with Gabe saying that he was going to run a stack and run like a little bit of it, did it occur to you at all with the knowledge with the players you have on your team to ever bracket his vert stack?
It occurred to me, yes, but we specifically didn't want to. Well, I specifically didn't want to because we've tried a lot of sort of implementation of stuff like that, of like kind of zony brackets. This is a vert, this is a side, this is yada yada. And I think that that's really starting to kind of just like pile on to our team. So I agree that like, you know, Mark or I could just do it because we know what we're doing. But
well, one of the things like I'm thinking is your team's like knowledge. You could do a bracket and then sticky directly after the first cuts, which I don't see your team doing at all.
Yeah, no, Mark and I did. I think twice. Mark can correct me if I'm wrong there. I think we did that twice, and you might even be able to hear it in the one thing is me screaming back to him, "All right, sticky now," and stuff like that. But we just don't necessarily. We're kind of specifically avoiding throwing like complicated stuff in there now. Before, like, your team has like the luxury of being able to like try things. We haven't done that. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
We tried zone once. We got broke a bunch. We were like, all right, yeah, we're gonna.
I kind of bracketed Johnny on your ISO play without actually telling anybody.
Which is how you stop the ISO play.
Which is, yeah. Like, I didn't like a full bracket. Like, I didn't commit to it, but I just like prevented it from going to the middle of the field, so he was locked on the sideline.
Was that when you yelled? You were like, "No, the other side," or something like that. Like we came out and you like yelled something, like you were like, "Stop the under," and then I threw an under, and you were like, you yelled something like super loud in the video.
No, you beat us on that play one time, and every single other time you ran it, either you boosted it deep, or you threw it to Johnny right on the sideline.
Yeah, that's right.
Bracketing is pretty simple, and it does a lot.
Yeah.
If you have like the knowledge to be able to run it.
Yeah. Bracket's my favorite like way of starting a defense.
What is a bracket?
So it's basically one person's under.
Great question.
If you're thinking of the offense being in a vert stack, one person is
a vertical line down the field.
Four sides, so like the open side. They're underneath, and they
take the first undercut, and then they stick to that person, and that is who they're guarding for the point.
Doesn't matter who it is. I'm taking the under, and then somebody else is at the very back of it, like
and they're taking the first deep. But if the first deep doesn't happen, like no one cuts deep, so the first guy comes under, and the guy stays sticky on him, and instead of like they're having a guy go deep, he just comes under. The back bracket now has to come to that guy because now he's playing sticky on that guy. So it's just a way of like choosing people on a field, like on a quick turn or anything.
But it's a good way of sort of
stopping any pull play,
right? Because it doesn't. And usually, what you do with that is you put like, for example, if we're looking at Kevin's team, you'd put Johnny as the back because he'll be able to run back there and jump and contest anything, and then you put like, Kevin or Luke or whoever under who can take an under and like be the first line of defense. So. It's a really good strategy
but it's hard to run against a host stack, so we're doing pretty good on that.
Yeah, you almost can't against a host stack.
Actually, it's easy to run against any stack.
Yeah, you just need a lot of communication on a host stack because people can start cutting across lanes and
on a hoe you just have two brackets.
Yeah, exactly.
Vert, you have one bracket. Side stack you have one bracket. Hoe you have two brackets.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, no, I mean, definitely have thought about it, and we've talked about it, and like. Told everybody what a bracket is and how to do it, so we could. But again, I think we just kind of have to.
If you ever get to that point where you need to play hero ball, I would start bracketing before you attempt to play hero ball.
Yeah, totally agree. But yeah, it's just hard to like mentally police that sometimes. And then we also get into things where like, as like you were saying, where me or Palms or sometimes Mark will just poach pretty heavily off their people.
Oh, Mark, yeah, they're poaching so hard.
Yeah,
you poach deep.
Yeah, like constantly,
and just let them carve unders up the field.
Yep, I'm very well aware, but it's it's
You
more
get like one or two really cool looking D's a game.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
no, but it's
That highlight
just
reel
getting
is going to be
carved
sick
open.
at the end of the season.
it's all for the Wolves, baby. But no, it's it's a lot of sort of mentality. I think that's what it comes down to. We just sort of there's like a hierarchy on our team where we feel like some people need to like do the work and others are like learning. So it's hard to break that because I don't know. There's not a lot of chemistry yet, so we gotta build it.
One of the things I noticed with your like poaching is you didn't do smart poaching though. You did just
poaching.
I'm going to
Just gonna stay
wherever my guy is on the field. He's not break side. He's open side. I'm still going to be back here for the deep shot.
Exactly,
which is not good poaching.
I am fully in agreement with you. Don't worry.
That's why I yelled at you at that one.
No,
DJ, stop poaching.
And that's why I was like, I know what I'm doing. In a negative way.
Isn't it great when Kevin starts coaching your team
Yeah.
from the sideline?
No, I mean it's good insight.
You know what feels really good when
he
Kevin
coaches your team.
when Kevin yells at the person on you, no break throw, no break throw, no break throw, and you throw a break
You
throw.
know-
And Kevin goes,
Yeah.
that's a big break. And you're like, hell
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Bitch.
That
That's
was like
right.
a knife to my heart. I was like, oh.
I was
It
doing
it felt great though when Scott got they got off the pole, like we pulled them and they came down and Scott just goes, I don't give a fuck what happens the rest of this game. We're winning this
Oh,
point
my
right
team's-
now.
my
And then
team-
they turned and we scored. And I was
my
like, oh, that feels great.
my team straight up like I love my team, but honestly, God, the maddest I've been at them all season was that like they stopped playing after I said that.
Yeah, you said that and then it just...
I think the funniest part about that is you said, I don't care if we win this game, and Gabe going, hey guys, he doesn't care if they win the game.
yeah, that's it. And then they turned and we scored. And I was like, oh.
At a point, it's just turning back and forth, and Scott just yells, I don't care if we win this game, but we're winning this point. And then you just hear Gabe go, he doesn't care if they win this point. No, he doesn't care if they win the game.
Well, it was like 13-9, and
Yeah.
I'd had some conversations with my team at that point that led me to believe that a
What
win
type of
was not in the
conversation-
cards for
What
us.
type of conversations are you
It
having?
doesn't matter.
I was the only one keeping morales up.
I believe that, and I bet Scott yelled at you.
You got to yell at me.
Wait,
it
Most
was
toxic captain work.
it was like
the
a
rough thing ever.
it was a high pressure situation, and we were on the line, and Mike's like, "All right, guys, we're on the line. Time." And while we're like counting our men, he was talking to his Apple Watch. While we were calling our either offense or while we were calling our men, I said, "Mike Long, we're playing a game right now. What are you doing? I don't care about
I
the."
literally said, like, hold up, we're discussing stuff. Let me get in the center so we can hear everyone. And then you're like, Mike, shut the fuck up. We're in the middle of the game right now. Turn that shit off.
I don't care about the Apple Watch. We're playing like I'm not asking people to like put their life on the line for the game, but like while we're in the game, it'd be nice if we were focusing on the game.
I would have much rather you shot me at that point.
All right. Incredible. But yeah, that's about all for that game. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure if I wasn't an idiot and Sammy was here, he'd have more to say. Which,
Yeah.
by the way,
Feel
Sammy,
like
you tore it up in that game.
Yeah, Sammy did. He played really, really
Very well. 6 assists. Damn.
Gave it
2
10.
Ds.
Oh my
Yeah, I mean, like always,
when
they run
we
everything
were-
through Gabe.
When we were watching the video before recording this, like once we paused the video, is right at Sammy getting like a mad Dion mark.
Yeah.
And I think I missed that during it, but that was impressive.
Yeah, he played out of his mind. Gabe only having 2 points because I know Allison and Gabe are very. Allison wants to beat Gabe in points this year.
Oh, wait, yeah.
So
Scott, can you go back to the main thing?
Well, because I know
He's
because
like 2
Allison was
away
asking me
still.
how many points did Gabe have. I said he only had 2. Because I know Allison said she wanted to run it up this week, but she didn't. She got 2.
That's right.
So, okay, so Gabe's... Here, yeah, scroll.
I believe she said that she wanted to
Yeah, she wanted to run it up.
to boost the stats.
Yeah,
like,
she
she
wanted
wanted to.
She should still be 2 away.
No, Gabe's got 18, she has 17 now.
Oh, yeah. So she's still 1 away.
She's so one off, so she could have had it.
Oh, that's... I need that to happen. I'd love that.
That's crazy.
All right. On to next week.
Yeah, what are the games? What do we have to
Should
do?
just be a reset, so it should be
Here's Scott.
me, TJ.
Top 10. if you go
Scott, Gabe, you, Pat.
Well, yeah, I know that. I just want to know the order of the games.
I know Gabe and I are prime time. You want schedule?
yeah, left. There you go. And then if you can get to the thing, you got to do 169.
Huh?
So this little zoom thing next to the format. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that works good. All right. Okay. Here we go.
We got game
One, me versus Pat.
Well, so we're
Wait.
switching that, right? Just to
Wait, what?
because it's field 1 is going to be game 1.
Yeah.
So game 1 technically is going to be
Oh yeah, we're switching.
That's right. That's right.
Me and you.
yeah, me and you, and then game 2 is Scott.
Me and Pat, and then
Game 3 will be.
Oh,
Gabe.
okay. So, Dan, game 1. What you got for me? This will be fun.
I'm willing. Let's make a bet.
But just immediately
Here we
doesn't
go.
even go into
Throw it on the
matchups.
table.
Doesn't even go into like what's gonna
I will
happen.
shave my head if we lose.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay.
like I'll shave.
now,
every time.
If I'll go bald,
Holy
and then
shit.
TJ needs to go.
No,
bald.
see, that's what I was just gonna say. There's gonna be something like similar but not bald. Like I'm not.
Shave your full legs?
Oh.
That's weak.
Nair your butthole.
Oh God, no! That's just painful.
It's not painful.
The more you know. I'll shave my legs. That's a.
Hold
I mean, it's
hold
up to date.
hold
That
on.
is a little weak.
Hold on, I just gotta say one thing. Mike Long, you have no right to talk about that not being painful because you rip out your ass hair.
Oh God.
You ever listen to that soundbite?
Didn't you say it was like Velcro or something?
It does sound like that.
Anyway,
Not
back
to brag,
to
it has 800 views on my
Oh my
channel.
God.
So.
anyway, back to
That's
the back.
799 too many.
Back to that.
Yeah. I just don't want to shave my head. Like,
Can
that's like,
can
So
you?
you're not.
No. What about
confident.
no? You get wax his chest.
I already shave it.
How about TJ
Wax
grows out a
legs?
mustache?
I'll try, but that's gonna take a long time.
That's something good.
He can be the crow.
Dye your hair.
Not even crow.
What if we dye TJ's hair?
Oh.
Oh, that's actually
Oh,
pretty
I kinda
good.
like that.
Blonde.
You could dye it like blue or like
Would it
red.
be would it be the full head of hair?
Yeah.
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 I'm down for a hair dye.
What color?
We.
We could just go blonde. Like bleach blonde.
All right. That's. Oh God, that is so. The stakes are so.
So you're not confident enough in your team?
I'm excited to meet SoCal TJ.
Yeah. Are you not confident in your team? Is that what we're hearing right now?
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Woo!
All right.
There it is.
So the bet is
That
If
whoever
Dan-
loses dyes their hair.
Yeah,
Dyes
well,
their hair.
you
Are you shaving or you dying?
Or
you
you
shave
die.
or dye?
Both.
Oh, I would dye.
Okay.
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 I'm not gonna shave unless he
Also
puts down
shave,
and throws
okay.
down on the shave.
Okay.
I think Dan would look good with blonde hair.
I guess we'll
I
find
can see
out,
it.
someone's gonna be blonde at the end of that game.
Next podcast is gonna be lit.
Yeah. Well,
Can we dye it on the next podcast? Then?
maybe.
That'd be an after hours thing.
Maybe.
No, it takes a while to dye hair.
Oh, does
like
it?
it takes
Yeah.
like
a couple hours.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
never
Okay.
mind.
Because you first
Maybe
have to
like an
bleach
hour.
all of it, then you need to like if you want to do it like actually good, you need to bleach it first time. You don't want to over bleach it, so you need to wait a week to bleach it again.
Scott,
And then once it gets like blonde, then you're able to put in the dye.
I like what you added on there for the fourth tiebreaker in case it gets down to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically impossible, but like
But
just
it
in
is.
case.
Just in case. We got a disgrace.
I love
You wish I'd tie somebody.
You'd have to tie an
As long
overall
as it's
point
not
differential
fucking
too.
seltzer.
The only
I
way
would
you could
rather
probably
seltzer.
do it is if you beat TJ's team by 1 point and then somehow end up with overall point differentials being equal to.
Yeah.
I'll map it out.
Okay.
You need. Yeah. Go for it.
Damn,
I mean,
you'd have
team,
to.
this is what we need to do.
And the NFL yesterday, since the Jags won,
If
if
Pittsburgh Steelers go to the playoffs,
Steelers go to the playoffs because if the Raiders were playing the Chargers last night,
Whoever won
Sunday
the
Night
game won.
Football, whoever won was going to the playoffs.
But
If both teams tied, both teams would have gone to the playoffs.
And they almost
happened. Oh, I was.
Yeah, it was the prisoner's dilemma, and one of them, balked.
Yeah. Somebody called me, and there was actually my manager, and he was like, "Oh, I just saw something. The NFL said they if the Chargers or Raiders come together and say they're gonna tie, they're both eliminated from contention."
Oh wow, okay. Because I was just gonna say, what would happen if they did that?
Yeah, that the NFL said if they just kneel it out and just then But
now, what would happen if they actually they literally have both gone to the playoffs? How would that?
The only thing is, it would have the Raiders, since they had a chance to win, probably would have wanted to win because they would have had to play the Chiefs in the first round.
I see.
No, the Steelers played the Chiefs in the first round.
Yeah,
but if they had tied, the Raiders would have played the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Raiders would have played the Chiefs.
That's why the Raiders wanted to win.
Because now they'll play the Bills, I believe, or whoever. They'll play the Bills.
That's not wrong.
Whatever.
Flat ball is all that matters.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, matchups. What are you thinking, Dan?
I'm thinking TJ lucked out on the last time we played.
I mean, it was Universe, so.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you gonna throw any of those push passes?
Many.
He's gonna have a push pass point.
I've been in my basement practicing that segment.
Just
so it doesn't ever happen again.
Yep.
Putting on Linkin Park soundtrack, turning all the way up to 11, and just throwing push pass into a net for hours at a time.
I got Meteora playing on.
Putting your pit vipers on, slicking your hair.
Monolens. He's got to go over his head.
Yeah.
I love it. To give your team more incentive to do it, I'll be blonde for my birthday then, which will be fun. So I'll see a fair amount of my family blonde as hell.
I think this is a bet you're gonna have to shake on. This isn't a spoken word only kind of bet.
It was a light one.
I wasn't even. But no, I'm doing it.
I have nothing to lose anymore. So.
Well, what do you? So you're saying, give me matchups.
Yeah.
Give you matchups.
So,
how do you think you're gonna win? Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think your team comes away with the victory? Just play the same as you did the first point, but 3% better. Or
So I had a
dream,
actually.
I was really hoping you were just gonna say score more points.
Score more points than the other.
You had a dream.
No, I did
You
have
had a vision.
I had a dream where,
TJ was blonde.
yeah.
Now you have to make it true.
And he rode me.
I mean, play your card, Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna trick you out. No. Anyway. Where was I going?
Yeah, your dream.
Your
dream.
Somehow had a dream. You started off like Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I had a dream.
It was just my team, but they threw the disc, and it was nice.
Yeah.
Kinda,
So do you think that
sounds
all
like
this
a
shit
good
talking towards your team is doing a lot to garner their willingness to
absolutely
carry you to victory?
No, I come in every week, and they're like, "Fuck you, Dan," and I'm like,
This is a winning culture.
I'm like,
I'm
keep
glad
that
that we're
energy.
doing this. Yeah.
I'm like, keep that shit on the field, huh?
Every group needs a villain. I'll give you that. Give them something to rally against.
So it's I don't even say I'm shit talking. It's just do better.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not disincluded. I could do better.
So just to reiterate, when I asked you what does your team need to do to win this game other than just do better, your response was they need to just do better.
Well,
no,
and throw the disc.
Throw the disc.
So it's a little dicey here. I'm giving away some strategy from
a little technical here.
From your dream. Oh.
But a lot of actually high percentage easy throws were made.
Oh, you're a madman.
Moving the disc.
I don't think that's sustainable in our league.
Sure.
It's okay. I'll be throwing a couple push passes here.
Yeah, just keep it spicy.
It'll take the percentage down.
Yeah.
TJ, how do you think your team guards?
Yeah, no.
his
So
team with Higgy now?
last time, it was a long time. That's what more than 5 weeks ago. So we had 2 weeks off. So
It was November 18th, so
7
close
weeks.
to 2 months ago. Yeah, 7 weeks ago. It will be 8 by the time we play.
So it's been a long time since we played, but from how I recall that game going, I think either Josh or Ross did a real good job guarding Zach.
It was probably Josh because I remember you
Enlighten me.
going off.
The trick
I
with
think
guarding Zach
me
is
and
just to
Ross
let him
swap
get it.
between people a lot.
But between him and Mark,
Who set the
probably?
back?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yes. No, I was on Mark. I remember this because I'm not going to let it happen again. The first point of the game.
That's right.
I remember this. I was on Mark the majority of that game.
All right.
I said to Josh, I'm like, Josh, he's quick. Don't let him behind you. I turn around. Mark's 20 yards behind him.
So I can't forget that. That did happen.
All right.
And then I think a big piece of that game was at half I switched off TJ and started guarding Paul because I can't remember who we had on Paul, but there was like
I think you had Ross on him for a while.
no, it would have been
Jan,
Chase or Jan probably.
Chase.
It's probably Jan because Chase wasn't there the first week.
Yeah, I was gonna
remember?
say Chase wasn't there.
I thought he was there for week
No,
one.
he was there week 1.
He
He
was
was
there
there
week
week
two.
there week 2.
Okay.
And so but Chase has gotten better. He understands more things now. So, but I remember I switched to Paul at half, and that I shut him down really hard because a lot of things were flowing through him.
No, that is sort of like one of our. I don't know. It's not a secret, but one of our weapons is like Paul is better than most people expect him to be. So a lot of times we'll
He did
look
drop
for
a
him.
lot the first game too. He dropped a lot of passes the first game.
Yeah. He's gotten every week he comes in with some sort of goal. One of them one week was no drops. The other, most of them have been no turns. And he's been doing very well with that. I mean, he's only got 11 the full season, which is pretty solid.
Do you think that sometimes in trying not to turn the disc over as much, he's limiting the things he's trying?
And Mark and I have both said exactly that. Is
Yeah.
We're more than okay with 3 turns if it means you're
Because specifically in our game, he had 2 end zone passes that were just crazy D's by Walsh. They
Mhm.
weren't by any
Yeah.
means.
Bad throw.
exactly.
But if he's not going for that in the future because he's worried about turning it over, right, that could be negative.
No, he's and this week that just happened was a good example of that because he threw 3 or 4 hammers and he's going for it.
Good.
I'm fully confident I'll catch a disc that's high pointed now, and that's not happening again.
What's high point for you? 3 or 4 sheets of
Are you
construction
kidding
paper?
me? Go watch the video again. I got.
I know, you
this
dig it
far up. I was not a Scott jump as in.
I feel like you could get
Well-
higher though.
Probably. I was a little off balance. I was falling backwards.
But I think I beat TJ by 4.
Okay.
Mm.
Final score.
16-12.
All right. Who's the touchdown and assist leader on your team?
15-11.
Okay. Who's the touchdown and assist leader on your team, and how many points do they score apiece?
That's way too much thought. My team's so inconsistent, I can't answer that.
You're not wrong.
So you're not willing to so and so is going to pop off this week, so I like this matchup for them, or not even a classic. I'm going to throw all 15 assists and drag our team to victory, kicking and screaming.
Do you want me to? I mean,
I'm just looking for hot takes here. I don't know.
I don't know.
All I'm getting is you don't like your team very much.
That's not what I said at all.
So they're inconsistent.
That doesn't mean I don't like them.
It's not too far off.
I think you're grasping here. You're trying to get me to say some shit.
Well, yeah.
I just want
And I'll oblige, alright?
There you go.
Alright, fuck Higgy's gonna shit the bed. That's not what you asked me.
No, I just want to know who do you think's going to pop off this week? Touchdown and assist leader on your team.
Let's see. I think Josh will lead in TDs, and I think Ross will throw 6 assists.
I like
6.
that.
All right.
Good.
That's not impossible.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
All right, my next question. I have a question.
I am not answering any of your dumbass questions anymore.
I was gonna ask how many turns
How do
you're
you
gonna
keep
have.
divorce?
So TJ, same question to you. What's your prediction, and who do you think is going to be your TD and assist leaders?
Well, how does your team match up?
Yeah, so you said you'll win if your team throws the disc, right?
No, I just said we'll win.
Yeah, but by throwing the disc.
No, we don't even need to do
Well,
that.
our strategy is going to be to make sure that they don't throw the disc. So.
Alright, we're
That's
doing
gonna be
pity
enough.
sneaks.
Oh, we're going to implement what we did with boxing one day?
No, we're just gonna play football.
Yeah, that's what was it? Oh, pick six.
Yeah.
No, but in all honesty, I think we're gonna go out and just have fun this week, and like specifically
He doesn't
Look-
have the winning mentality.
look for fun. No, we do. That's what I think. What we need to do is what we did week one, which was just go out and see what we had and have fun and
Like the
it was
first
just-
half against us.
exactly. Yeah, and the first half against you guys because that was the same mentality as like it's Kevin's team. This is gonna be a nearly impossible game. Let's just go and
have
have
a fun
fun.
time.
And came out monstrous. So I think
Scott,
that's
you
gonna
want a
be.
hot take? I'm gonna injure TJ again.
Ooh, okay. Is it gonna?
Same ankle or something different?
Is it?
Same
Is
one.
it gonna be because I just go up for a D that I probably couldn't have got anyways and just land bad?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But I'll take responsibility.
You know what would happen
You gotta
that would
finish
prevent
the
that?
job.
Not poaching deep anymore.
Well, I don't think I was when that happened.
Oh, you
but
are? Okay. I didn't see
Maybe
it.
I was. I don't know.
We're going to have video of it.
I poach constantly. That's definitely one of my issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go out and have some fun. We're gonna use our like quick people, and we're gonna just get shit done. There's not much of a strategy, but it's gonna be a good game. I think to answer your question, Scott, I think the TD leader is going to be either Paul or me, because I want to not handle as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be one of us, and then I know Palms has been wanting to handle a lot more, as evidenced by his 18 assists. But so he'll be the assist leader. It'll be Palms as the assist leader, me or Paul as the TD leader, and then Mark will be just solidly in the middle of both of those. He'll be up there. And I'm expecting some wildly awesome Ds from Erin, because she has been like kind of on fire on D. She's, I constantly say it, and I don't want to continue to say it, but like conditioning is part of our issue, and
That's not an issue for her.
not as much. And week by week it has been improving, and
Yeah.
she's getting closer to all of her marks. So I think she could tear it up this coming week.
Cool.
Higgy will be interesting though. The trade is definitely going to be different. Not exactly sure.
How do you like the Paul and Higgy matchup?
I was gonna say, who will it be? Most likely Paul, but that leaves Chase open, which is probably
Speed.
Palms on Chase. Marker, I can destroy Dan easily.
Worst player in the league.
Yeah,
Statistically
yeah,
speaking.
exactly. But yeah, it'll be a fun game. Kind of bummed that it's not prime time. I feel like it'd be a good one to watch.
No. It
Yeah.
won't. It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Josh? How are you feeling about this matchup?
Good. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. I
Say it with your chest.
Oh no!
Is his shirt coming off?
Oh my
That's a
goodness.
chest.
That's a chest right there.
That's a
Chest right
That's a
there.
chest that can bench 225.
That's right, buddy.
God damn it, you're fucking ripped. John.
Specific content just for our YouTube viewers.
All right, Josh, who are you shutting down this week?
Audio listeners,
I'm not saying
sorry.
that ever again. Okay? I'm not shutting down anybody. I'm gonna play a good game. I'm not gonna get beat by a lot.
By anyone.
By a lot. By a lot.
Nah. It'll be a competitive battle.
All right. I don't know, yeah, go around score wise, or I guess I'll do mine since Dan did his. I think. What did you say? You said
15-11. He'll win.
okay. I think we'll beat you 16-10. Just to one up you.
Nice. You win by 6?
At least.
I can see that.
Oh.
You know, I only said we'd win by 4 because I'm taking into account the point differential, so we do a disc race later, right?
Yeah. Did you quickly calculate exactly what you needed to win?
Yeah.
Well,
every week
if you won by
five?
4, then you would have the head-to-head point differential.
So you have to win by 1.
You have to win by 1.
No, we've got like.
Did you disgrace?
No, but it's head-to-head point differential before overall point differential.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Which we were talking about whether or not that's a good idea.
So if we were completely tied record-wise at the end of the season, then it goes to head-to-head.
Yeah. So you're both 2-8. You're both 1-1 versus each other, but you beat him by 1 point. He beat you by 3 points. He's in.
So. Yeah, I feel like we should decide on that because in my mind, overall point differential is much more telling about if the team is worse than the other team.
Sure.
As I said, head-to-head. We are doing this
I
very
think you said the
convoluted.
exact opposite when we were talking about it in the chat. You said head-to-head is interesting or something like
No,
that.
that was
interesting,
Higgy. That was Higgy that said
Oh, it was
that.
Higgy that
nice.
said that. Okay.
I said it was convoluted. We're making this way more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I also
just because
agree
like
with Piggy's take of switching 4 and 1, of the disgrace being the first option.
Yeah. The reason I made it that way and no one called me on it when I put it originally was because I figured that overall point differential would be very heavily dependent on subs and week-to-week ups and downs of the games versus we beat you by more than you beat us is a lot
it's more direct.
is a lot more direct.
Yeah, that's fair.
How many
I don't know,
Gallery
yeah.
did you get?
But, oh yeah, also I didn't want to. You had Chick-fil-A before you came, and then you DoorDash Swenson's, and this is the 4th burger I've seen you eat so far.
How do you think this man gets so thick?
I mean, you had a large pizza before every game, so I'll give you that.
There you go.
There looks like there's
So,
8 more Gallery.
I have
Boys in
one
that bag.
question. Josh, are you going to hit legs before the game?
Josh doesn't have legs.
On Friday.
Are you going to hit legs on Friday?
Yeah, after Frisbee.
After, yeah.
Before.
Saw what happened when that happened.
Yeah.
We don't do legs before Frisbee.
My question is, are you going to actually hit legs on
My
Friday?
question is, are you gonna play? You
Yes.
weenie? Yeah.
How's your leg feeling?
Fine.
Because I was
I was a little worried.
I
that
was
heard
worried
something.
based on where you were pointing
Yeah.
at. That didn't sound like a muscle sore.
Yeah, I was worried that
It sounded like an MCL.
Like
Yeah,
MCL,
I was worried I did something with my tendons, but it's fine.
Yeah, cool. Good to hear.
But yeah, 16-10.
16-10.
Josh, what do you think?
18 to 13.
Lots of points.
You win.
Yeah,
That's a lot of points.
Okay.
it is.
You're going to have to boost it a bit if you're going to score 18.
You're gonna have to now drop 2 in the end zone.
That's true.
Hey, you
That's
know?
true.
Right. Not wrong.
Kevin?
I'm going to ask Mark to go back through the entire season of... not all our games are recorded. Bummer. I was going to ask him to see how many Josh has dropped in the end zone.
That's the majority of
Are you
them.
going to add them all to his stat sheet to make him feel better for his next game?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 13-12 TJ.
Whoa.
I like
Is that-
You too, Kevin.
Is that universe again? Are we going to have 2 universe?
I think it's
games?
gonna be another go to another universe.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Intense.
Wow. Shit. I think I'm gonna go 16-14 down.
Okay.
Is this because of the whole how do you keep a fourth thing?
No, I just
No,
think...
I'm not talking to you.
oh, he's still on.
He's like...
Oh, you're still hung up on me? Alright, so, to be honest, the reason I'm going with TJ is you do a lot of dumb shit.
Whoa.
And when you decide to stop doing dumb shit, I think you'll do well.
Alright, you could piss right off. Want to make a bet?
No!
Trying to go blonde?
No! No, Matt!
Can we just get back to betting beers, something nice and nice and wholesome?
So I want Kevin to dye his beard.
Yeah. That's how I like
Ooh,
that.
yeah, make him do it for St. Patty's Day.
No.
Ooh, that'd be hilarious. A green beard.
Kevin, you already look kind of like a leprechaun. That'd be pretty sick.
Okay, let's keep going.
Mike.
I mean, sort of on the same trail here. I'm going 15-14 TJ. But that's because I want to see you blonde. I think that you're going to pull off the blonde look. So
I
I'm just
thought
hoping
he
you guys
was.
would
I thought he was
lose.
shaving his head.
No,
TJ, or you're both dying.
Yeah, equally die.
Fair enough. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, that was it. Yeah, I was finished.
How much did you say? 2? You said 15, 13?
15,
15,
14.
Yeah, 15, 14.
Ooh, okay.
I'm in full agreement with Kevin. I think 13-12 is right on the money. I think TJ's going to be up 13-9 with like 7 minutes left, and it's going to be like that scene at the end of Lightning McQueen where all 4 of his tires are blown out, and he's just trying to leap into the finish line, and he's going to just barely get there at the end.
Both ankles are shot.
I love it.
I get there. That's all I'm
Yeah,
here.
you get there.
Alright. I have a question about this bet before we go on to the next game. How long do each of you have to keep your hair dyed for?
I mean, it's got to be
So it comes
Until
out.
it- yeah, until
it's
it-
either you
until I need
shave
to
it
shave
off.
it.
Like once it's bleached, like you can't really undo that.
Oh, yeah.
it's
Until
literally
it
until it
grows
grows
back
enough to
or
where you can
until
then
you
cut
want to
it.
just shave off your head.
You're going to have frosted tips in a couple
I'm gonna have
months.
frosted tips for a while. Yeah, my Dan's hair will literally be blonde till like what,
Listen, all I'm hearing is you admitting that you're gonna lose.
August. We'll see. It'll be
Notice how
fun.
I've not had any Freudian slips of like, well, when I'm blonde,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it is confidence.
mine's real.
overconfidence. Someone,
He's a farce.
Next game?
yes, next game.
TJ Pat.
Kevin,
Pat
baby.
Kevin. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed.
Yep.
The...
Possible preview of the championship.
Eh.
It's far out to say.
Pat's team seems to be playing a lot better than they were at first. Your team seems to be playing better in spurts.
Yeah, we always have a better second half than we've had a first half so far.
Yeah.
And do you think that is due to legitimate strategizing and adjustments, or more due to the fact that
I think
teams with Johnny on them tend to just have a larger gas tank?
I think adjustments at the end. Adjustments at the end. Because
Yeah.
I always have adjustments halfway through a game.
I would say it's also because once you get to halftime, we all kind of understand how the other team's running and how each player's playing, so then we can, like, not just Kevin telling us, like, kind of what he sees, but all of us, like, if I'm guarding, like, even if, we'll just say I'm guarding Pat, right? Like, I'm like, all right, Pat's doing this a lot. Like, I'm going to try to stop that, and then it gives us all a little, like, we all kind of see what everyone we're on is doing. It
Sure.
helps us, I think.
So I'm a bit worried for this week, though,
Mhm.
because I will be most likely missing Matt Marsick because he may have COVID.
Oh, gotcha.
Was that from last week?
He
On Sunday, he said on Sunday he felt sick.
he
He
felt
can't
sick.
get tested till Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
So,
He said he got sick Saturday evening and he probably will be missing it because he's thinking it's COVID and he probably will miss this week.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
Probably.
Does anyone have Gabe's number?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to
You
try to
call
find
Gabe?
a sub. I don't. Gabe would not be fair. I'm thinking about trying to hit John Edwards up and seeing if he's available.
I have his work schedule. I can check and see if he's free. I don't think he is. I don't think he's free for another couple weeks. I can pull it up while you keep talking.
But so that's something.
Get G Jerry to sub for him.
I don't think that's fair. That's the whole issue.
That is kinda-
Because as much as you have like the image of Gabe in your head as like the guy who doesn't run very much and plays lazy frisbee, he is one of the when he plays one of the
Well, I'm
5
not
people
saying it's a balance thing.
who've
I've never
played club
I'm not
before.
claiming that.
Okay.
I like Gabe being there.
I'm just trying to get balanced subs,
Make it fair, yeah.
in my opinion. But
I would say
I'm hoping
I'd sub, but I'm
Beefcake's.
the worst
Yeah,
player in the
I'm
league.
hoping You are also playing. I'm hoping Beefcake's gonna be there, or let me know that he's not gonna be there or something.
Yeah. No, he's working. Sorry.
God damn. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
But other than that, as long as I can get a decent sub for Matt, I'll be okay. I won't be too much. I'll probably lower my worriedness a bit.
Yeah.
I know Pat's missing D-Bomb because D-Bomb apparently doesn't want to play me. 'Cause he's missing both games against me
Yeah.
for this regular season. So I'm assuming D-Bomb's just scared.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Probably true.
That's
Yeah.
a reasonable take.
Yeah.
I said weak ass, you say bitch. Weak ass.
But
They will also have Dennis.
Yeah.
They didn't have one. We played.
True. It'll be different. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how
Yeah.
Pat's team's gonna play against mine. See, like, matchup wise.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm gonna hopefully teach Vince a little bit more before the start of the game. But we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I think it's going to be a lot closer than my first game against Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the score of the first game against Pat?
16-10.
Okay. Do you have any tricks up your sleeve? You gonna do any fun
Trick
stuff?
High percentage.
Well, that's what I always do, but not. I don't think I have many tricks for this game, or any really tricks up my sleeve at all.
All right. Well, keeping with tradition. Well, actually, Luke.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's like Kevin saying, gonna be a lot closer than week one. I think both of our teams have kind of like found our like chemistry and how we each play. I mean, this is gonna sound stupid because it's so obvious, but the key is like limit Pat's assists without him like limiting himself. You know, like he could limit himself, which is fine. And I think if he does that same thing where he's like, oh, I'm gonna try not to get assists, like I think we'll eat that up because we do very well against like handlers who are not the primary handlers.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can force him to make decisions he doesn't want to make, or have somebody else have to fill in the void if he's not performing, then I think that's where we really capitalize. But then that could also turn on its head very quickly. But I like how our team looks. I think I mean Vince played a great game this week, so I think if we can capitalize on get him some more, get some more work on him and teach him a few more things, I think that can definitely help us out a lot for sure.
I definitely don't see Pat trying to not get assists this week. I think he might like sort of say that or like think it a bit, but
yeah,
he's gonna go hard.
Yeah.
So, all right, Josh, score. What do you think's gonna happen?
I think Kevin's team's gonna win probably by 5. I think they mismatched Pat's team a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? If you don't have a sub, if you don't end up getting any subs,
I think that's better for his game because him and Johnny play the whole time.
Because me and Johnny played this whole last game.
And they have
somebody
ridiculous amount of scores between them two. What is it?
Actually, the highest. Actually, the highest.
Yeah, 28 and 26.
Yeah.
So I think if he doesn't have any subs, they win by a large margin. But if they do have subs, it'll be a closer game. It'll probably be
Give me a score.
Yeah, we need a score.
He did.
Yeah, what was it?
What? No?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Numbers?
You just said by 5.
I didn't
Oh,
say
sure.
But
That's enough.
17-12.
I just always listen.
5-0.
Oh wow.
Have we ever had to shut up?
No. That would be
Bad.
Is that? Oh, okay. Is that what is it? Could be nearly
That's
impossible. Okay, so Dan. Oh, that's like perfectly right by the mic.
Yeah, my bad.
Like, what's going on?
See, I could be like Kev and be unrealistic and say that Pat was gonna win when I actually think Kev's gonna win, but I'll keep it real. Kev's gonna win by at least 3. I think it'll be like 15-12 or something, or larger.
Okay. I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting game. I want Patrick to win, absolutely. But I don't know. I just feel like Kevin's going to pull it off. Although, I don't know, because Allison's going out hungry as hell to get some TDs.
Oh, she wants to run it up on Kev's team, huh?
Well, she just wants to run it up in general.
She wants to run it up in general.
She wants to be in their leader.
She said that in the group chat this week, huh?
She wants to be a leaderboard.
Hot take, Johnny's on Allison this week.
Yeah, man.
Not let it happen.
I don't know. The trades will be interesting. Things, and then like you said, if you don't have Matt. So actually, that's a question. If Matt were to feel fine the rest of this week, which if he does have COVID at this point, he's most likely going to feel okay by like tomorrow. But if he does feel okay for the most of this week and then tests negative Thursday, is he showing up?
I'd assume so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably say so, yeah.
Because I'd say probably be fine to play at that point. But if he
Yeah,
tests positive,
if he's negative, he's
yeah,
for sure.
Right.
Fine.
Exactly. Okay. I'm going to say it's going to be a nail biter, but it's going to end up with 2. So, 1 second, Ben. It is going to be Kevin's team by 2, last like 5 minutes, and it'll be. I think it's going to be extremely high scoring because both of these teams are extremely high scorers. So I'm going to go with like 17-15. And to answer your question, yes, it is the tiniest, shittiest little light that is directly like above the light switch out there. That's also pink tinted, so it's straight up, literally like not even like a dark room in a photo room. It's like the worst light ever. Anyways, yeah, high scoring.
Cool.
Kevin wins by 2.
What do you think, Josh?
I already went.
Here he wins.
Sorry.
We're up to.
All right, let's
Luke?
rush you in order. Sorry.
Always skip me, so I think
Yeah,
we're just gonna do me and Luke last.
Okay.
So
Well, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you did yours on the.
Oh.
I didn't say it.
Oh, you didn't say the score. Shit.
Do you last?
I don't know, y'all. I think that Patrick's team is gonna win this.
Okay.
Willing to dye your hair?
15 seconds of why and a score.
Because Patrick's team has just been getting better every single week.
Mhm.
And even with Higgy on Kevin's team, it was like still pretty close until the end.
Until
And I
it
just
wasn't.
think that, it was pretty close until it wasn't. I feel if any team has the potential, just like win overall. Like Pat's team has a very good team, and they're playing very smart, and they're only improving. And so I'm excited to see this match play out again.
What's your final score?
Yeah, I think it'll be high scoring. I think it'll be 20-18, Patrick.
Okay.
Very high score.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very good.
I think Kevin's gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be super close. I'm looking at like 16-12. Thing about Patrick's team, that the thing that they're the best at is capitalizing on turns, and Kevin's team just doesn't turn it over very much. Or at least when they do what you're supposed to do, which is it's not a guaranteed throw, it's going to the end zone. Which, they have the personnel to win a lot of those 50-50 balls when they do have to put them up. And they put themselves in a position where they don't even have to do it that often. So I think it's going to be tough for Pat to run away with it like he typically does. So.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be closer. I think it's gonna be around like in lower scoring. I think it's gonna be like 14-12 me.
Sure.
Just like squeaking it out if Matt's not there.
Yeah. If I had to say anything, yeah. I mean, just don't turn it over very much, and that's how Pat has done a lot of his runs it up quick by getting the turns, throwing it to the end zone, big guys, just throws it to the tall people. Pretty easy to do.
It's not the tall people, though. But he does do that, but it's not the
Yes,
tall
my people, listen to me.
I still think we win. I think it's gonna be 13-10. I think the key for us is we go into the halftime up 2 points, and I think that we go through the second half and win by 3.
So I have a quick question before we go into the next game. Do you think, in case Matt's not there and Beefcake doesn't show up again, would Mike Long, Scott, or Anthony, would any of those you guys think would be like a comparable sub for Matt?
Yeah, actually, I think
I would happily sub, but I'm not really putting that much effort.
I would
want to.
It's going to be
tank for
low effort, if anything, and I would rather not.
All right, I was just throwing out names that just from people that are.
I'll sit my game and play yours.
Okay.
It's hard because especially since they would be the primetime game, they're not. It's like.
Oh no, totally.
You
It's
have
hard
me
to
on
find.
your team, Kevin. I'll be the quarterback. I'll just send it down deep forever.
Oh, if Matt can't make it, yeah, if Matt and BK for sure can't make it, what about Eli?
Yeah, that'd be
If he's available. I know
Yeah.
he's hungry for it.
Yeah, I'll shoot Eli something message.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit unfair, but
Yeah, that's
Slightly.
That's one of the things.
I think if you're missing
Even if we only have
Unless,
6, we're missing 2
they're
people and
missing
just
one,
get 1.
both Matt and
Well, this
BK.
is sort of out there. Would it be possible to just
That's
switch the times of our games, and then if you need a sub from our team, then we'll just play the second game.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't
They're
worry.
technically
Because
right.
we talked. There was a whole,
There's a lot of issues with that, so we'll just
Yeah, we'll deal with it.
I'll figure something
Phil
out.
got to play all
Okay.
game.
Game
Prime-
3.
prime
Scott
time.
versus Gabe. The rematch we've all been waiting for. Primetime game.
All right,
Okay,
Scott.
get ready.
1
To be
versus
shit
2.
on.
Ooh, you feeling that confident, Mike?
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
We'll start with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. What do you think's going to happen?
Take
Yeah.
that energy.
Go ahead.
Ooh. I've been craving this rematch for a while.
Sure.
We have Dustin no longer having the green light. Our problem there is solved. That's all. That's the only thing we really did wrong in that game. And I think without that factor, then we win.
Yeah.
Who are you most hungry to guard? Like who do you want to shut down?
He's going to be guarding everyone. He's unstoppable.
Honestly, no. If they don't put Gabe or Elliot on me, I'm going to burn everyone on there.
I
I'm
think
making
you
a
could
deep
definitely
cut.
out athletic pretty a lot of the other people on their team, and the ones you couldn't, you could outsmart. So I could definitely see that if you play to your strengths and know your matchups. I think I'm excited for this game because, my team is a lot more coherent now than we were. We've got a week under our belt of just we got a bad game out of the way where we just kind of gave it to Kevin. So I think we're hungry. We got to just make sure we don't get ahead of our skis and go out and play hard. I think it'll be fine. Things to look for this game. I think that Dustin on Elliott is a fun matchup to watch. I think they give it to each other, and now that we're actually playing smart, where I'm not just bombing it underneath to Dustin when Elliott's guarding him underneath the entire time, I think Dustin will get his fair share. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. I think we'll win. I think it'll be relatively close. Oh wait, this is literally what I say every week. I'm gonna change it. 17-15 this week. Our offense is gonna be cruising.
Okay.
Is that still not close? A 2-point game?
Yeah, but I always say 16-14. I've said 16-14 like 4 weeks in a row.
Have you ever been right?
No, it was 16-15 1 week.
Ooh. Okay.
I think it will be 17-14 until like the last 2 or 4 minutes, and then it's gonna be like 18-17.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 18-17 final score,
Who do
or
you guys-
17-16 final score.
Before I say anything, who do you guys have guard Gabe? You think?
Probably myself or Walsh most of the time.
I think
If,
Walsh is a
if
good
Gabe
call.
if Gabe's gonna be handling most of the time, then me and him is not an unfavorable matchup at all. If he tries to cut, then we can give him to Walsh. I think that the main thing for our team is gonna be actually communicating. Like in Kevin's team, Angel kept getting confused because we were saying forehand force and Madeline was left-handed, which really just screwed everything up because I'm an idiot.
Oh yeah, that's
So if we can just say home and away, then
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think just looking at the teams, I think this week, if what we talked about at the beginning, if you literally go, all right, we are more athletic than them, let's use that.
Yeah.
Because I think, like I said, the line you came out with when it was Walsh, you, Mike, Matt, and I think it was Joey. It was just we were just that's a really athletic line.
Yeah.
If you use that stuff to your advantage, I think you guys will win this week. I think.
I made a comment about TJ's team week 1 or week 2 where they were very quick to trap the disc on the sideline due to lack of downfield motion. So stall 1, they're throwing it within 2 yards of the sideline and getting it trapped. I saw a lot of that going on in our game. And if we can kind of clear stuff up and get ourselves out of those positions, because that's the main thing I see holding us back. That's been a consistent issue for us.
I would venture to say I'm gonna say Scott wins 14-11.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been kind of jumping on the Scott bandwagon too. Ever since playing you guys, like Luke saying, that one line that always ends up
You're
coming
just
out,
like,
which is just
fuck.
like Scott, Walsh, Mike, Ferris, and Dustin. You're just like,
That's
what
Dustin.
do I do?
Yeah, you're like,
against
how
this guy?
how do I? Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a really good game. But the other like end of that is Gabe's team has been just on fire.
Sammy Burke's been
what is
tearing
this,
it
like
up. Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks in a row.
They
Yeah, because they won then lost to us.
So I don't know. It's
I mean, and Becca is 16. Like she's scoring a whole bunch of points.
yeah. This week of matchups actually is like awesome.
Yeah.
It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be really interesting. But
It is actually. Oh wait, never mind.
for the sake of it, I'm going on Scott, and I'll make a bet. I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying I'll make a bet. So I'm going Scott's team wins. They'll be close. Gabe's team's gonna be up at half. Scott's team's gonna make adjustments and come back, and they'll win by 2. So it'll be decently low-ish scoring. I'll go 15-13 Scott. What you got, Kevin? Dan, start thinking of a bet.
This is my.
I'm gonna jump on the Gabe bandwagon.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think
Then you start thinking of a bet.
what? The way Gabe's teams runs, just completely through him and him just being able to play and run the entire game is like a huge threat.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly moving, just never stopping.
I have something that'll let me see if this influences your opinions. I've lost 10 pounds and I'm doing way more cardio now.
Since
Right.
your first week.
When did you start doing cardio?
I literally like December 20th.
Okay. I still feel like Gabe's just gonna be running all over the place. It's gonna be annoying as hell.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna be like anything like last game.
Mhm.
I think if anything, it's gonna come down to like a universe point where Gabe just goes every other and just gets it in.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna go with 14-13 Gabe.
Yeah. I think my team does. I think every team does, but I think my team specifically doesn't do a fantastic job of guarding in transition. So if we can just pull out the back a lot, we can stop a lot of the Gabe running in circles stuff from happening. That's right.
Right, Dan?
I think Scott wins. I think he wins by 2. Yes.
What's the score though?
14-12.
Cool.
I was really hoping for a 2-0.
That'd be nuts. Can you imagine how tired everyone would be at the end?
Josh, what are we thinking?
I'm gonna go with Gabe winning 17-11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been the most split, I think.
Well,
that-
because the first time we played, we
Oh,
lost
no, it
by
was
so
very-
much,
yeah.
and we've come such a long way since then.
You took his name.
But then we took a step back last week, so there's a big question of, where are we at right now? I think if you watch the game, it's pretty obvious that it was a lot of mental errors that are really easy to clean up.
Oh yeah.
But we still have to go out and actually do it. So there's a question hanging in the air.
That's why I picked Gabe, by the way.
Yeah.
Not purely on your ability to perform, just the breakdown of the team. You said the morale wasn't good.
Well, when you're losing by that,
But that's what I'm saying. I
Much.
think Gabe's gonna go up a little bit early.
You're saying Mike's gonna tilt, basically. And then it's gonna tilt
Mike
Scott.
doesn't
No, I don't think Mike's gonna be the one for the
Impossible.
downfall.
I definitely
Possible.
do have a problem when people are like defeatist on my
Yeah.
team, which isn't super useful. But that's
Just-
life.
Dan, did you make a prediction?
Yeah.
What was it?
14-12, Scott.
Damn it. Okay. I was hoping you'd pick Gabe. Kevin, what do you want to bet?
What?
What do you want to bet? You bet like Scott. Can you go back? You have like all beer, don't you? You barely bet.
Kevin only makes bets that he wins.
Yeah.
I make smart bets.
Where's the fun of that?
I'm 6-0 so far.
I owe 2.
Can you go to?
To the beers?
Yeah.
I'll put a bet.
Give me.
Or do you
We're
think
on the
I
same.
should-
Yeah, we're on the same side.
Alright, what are you?
You know what? I'll place a bet for in favor of Gabe's team. That was a win-win for me.
Either you win or you win a beer.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting, Scott. How do you feel about that?
What?
Mike.
You remember me just saying I have a problem when people on my team are defeated?
Oh man, Scott's flaming already. I thought Matt Ferris
It's
was
a smart play.
He's hedging
If
it
we
back.
win, then awesome, we win. I want to win.
Yeah.
If we lose,
He gets a beer.
Well, it
That's
says
fair.
an if there. Why?
But I'm going to be kind of mad if you mention, oh, well, at least I'll get a beer 5 minutes left in the
no,
game.
it's gonna
if
be
we're down.
like after the
Make
game.
sure you be
after the first
if we
point.
win.
No, after
And
the
then
game,
it's like, well, Scott got my free beer.
Make sure you're speaking to the Apple Watch too.
I'll
when
be
you say
honest,
it.
Michael, I don't like that.
No, it's Gabe's
That's not a winning attitude.
Gabe's gonna go up by 1 in like maybe the first like 5 minutes, and Mike's gonna be like, at least I win a beer.
Am I to be honest with me, am I asking for too much from my
No.
I was
win
like,
in this
don't
situation no matter
admit
what.
defeat before the game's over and focus on the game while we're playing it. Like, drops, the most boneheaded decisions you make, that's fine, we can fix those, that's easy. But those are the 2 things I need my squad to give me.
No, it's just funny.
We can work on literally anything else, but I need my team to come with those 2 things.
I'll give you that.
Oh, I'm gonna be
I'm trying to
sweating
think.
during
I'm trying
the
to think
game.
of a good.
Wait,
a good
are you
bet.
betting Gabe as well, Luke?
Well, I mean, I'm saying Scott's team's gonna win, but what I'm
Who's all betting Gabe? All right, Josh and Kevin are okay. So, what are you guys trying to put? Are we trying to do it based on score, or do we
I
wanna do
was
something else? Like,
I
what
was
if
gonna
it's-
say that I'm willing to bet that like Scott's team is gonna go like I was gonna say like do like a plus minus bet. You know, like his team's gonna go +8 overall or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, like
season?
do
You know-
the team? I get you.
You know what I mean? Like take his team stats and then it's whatever the team plus minus is.
Oh.
Maybe.
That's hard.
That's a weird bet.
There's so many, because like...
You have to like go high to like actually
Yeah.
bet on that.
What's the line? What's the line?
Exactly.
Because
You're
we
gonna have
don't
to look
even...
at like 30 or something.
Because we don't even really know what plus or minus means, because the way that you play from game to game varies so much. Like...
Well, we know your turns tend to be higher.
Right.
But all right. So
What do you
score
guys
then.
think?
Either I think it should be either purely score or like
Score's
specifically
fine.
Scott does something, Gabe does something.
Score's fine.
All right.
I'll bet anything.
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 Some bald. All right.
Josh don't mind going bald.
I've already done it before.
No. Gotta be beers. We already have a line.
No,
of
You could dye your hair and then go bald.
Good point.
There's a tattoo on the line yet.
I died for
Oh,
I can
shit.
bust out my tattoo gun.
It's
Oh
the,
my god!
It's the MU.
Get
thing
tatted
we got.
live on podcast.
Oh my god, that gives me such a bad idea.
No one's taking that back.
Ooh,
I feel like Mike would.
you could do
I'm not gonna give myself a tattoo.
No?
You could
Okay.
do.
I
You
was
could
gonna
do.
say,
Yeah,
if I go 0-10 this season, I'll get it on my ass.
well,
That's-
that's,
Oh
I
no!
got
tattoos.
Dan's ass.
Wait, get what on there?
0-10.
you get 0 and 10 on it.
Shit! That's pretty spicy.
That's spicy.
But what
All
do
right.
I have to do?
Oh.
Yeah, Mike would have to.
I don't know. I guess
I may
Let's-
request off
You could do
work like all next week, just like practice my lines and stuff, just to make sure I got everything down.
you could do a
No, just
Like,
tattoo,
if
Mike,
0 and 10
fucking
and on
talking to
Mike's
the
side-
watch.
you have to make the championship.
What?
Like for Mike to lose, you have to make the championship for him to get a tattoo somewhere. It's not a bet; it's just the thing you're doing. Are
Because
just
if you
backing
win
yourself
this
into a
week,
corner?
you win.
I guess that does make sense. It's because I just have to win one game as opposed to lose all of them.
Yeah.
No, I think it should be a win out versus a lose out. Then at that point, like if he wins
Oh.
out the season,
Yeah.
That could work. You end 5 and 5. and
you
then-
win 5-5 instead of 0-10 because then he has to
Don't
win
you
out.
take
Yeah.
that
For that
bet.
to lose out.
I'm gonna be your voice of
You
reason
can't-
here.
well-
Don't do it.
What colors you got, Mike?
If
I
that is the
actually got
bet,
a lot of colors. I
If
think
that
we're
is the
just
bet,
gonna
I
go
feel
with
like
black.
you can't do tattoo then. because that does mean
Why not?
that means you literally can't lose a game or you get tattooed.
Yeah.
Literally a single loss. You
It's
get
just
tattooed.
on that.
No.
No push passes.
I thought. Wait,
5 wins.
can we back this up? I thought that the bet was
Yeah.
if they go 0-10 and Dan gets a tattoo.
Right.
If they go 5-0 the next 5 games, then Mike gets a tattoo. I thought
There's
that's
no
what was
in
on the
between.
team.
Oh, there's
There's
so
no in
that's
between.
it.
It's
That's it.
purely.
just
Yeah,
those two outcomes.
just those
is
two
it?
outcomes.
Okay.
So we only have to win one game out of 5.
All right.
I'll literally get 0 and 10 tattooed right
there.
No, but then nobody would be 0-10.
Interesting.
Yeah, what would his
That's a
tattoo
great
have to be?
tattoo.
That doesn't make sense for you.
No,
What is-
Dan's team gets the vote on.
What's your team's name?
How are we right
Christina's
now? Oh,
team.
Christina. No,
Yeah.
we changed from Christina's
Are you
team.
Higgy's team now? Because I remember there was talk about
We're
Higgy.
Higgy Save Us.
No,
Higgy
Higgy
help.
So you get Higgy
help. Yeah.
Higgy
Higgy's
help.
Higgy help on your inner bicep.
I'll get on my ass. Higgy help on my ass.
Dan will get 0-10.
Wow.
Do it, Mike.
Do you actually? Yeah, sure. I'm down for this.
Shake it.
Somebody will be tattooed at the end of the season.
Well, it's not
Aaron.
guaranteed.
Well,
Well, has to
yeah,
win
you're
one
right.
game.
It could null.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
No, but yeah.
It's probably most likely that no one gets a tattoo.
That's true. That's
So Dan wins this week, then Mike.
Worst case, I'm paying out Kevin $300.
Hey, that's an option.
The sad part is I would throw the game so Dan doesn't have to get his head.
I know I can trust Kevin.
And I would not let that happen.
Do you think Johnny's ego could handle it?
Whoa. Oh, he couldn't, but I would.
No. John, yeah.
interesting. Very. All right. So 2 outrageous bets have happened.
Yeah, I don't like how intense it is.
He's got way too intense, way too quick.
Just back to beer.
Back to beer.
Back to beers.
If Gabe's team wins, I don't know. What about just a nice and easy like?
Gabe's team versus Scott's team wins.
Yeah, nice and easy like 2 beers.
Done. Yeah.
Alright.
Done.
Gabe's team wins. These 2. Well, how does that equal out? Who's all in on it? I guess.
We have to do that
I wanted-
weird
I wanted
number bet again.
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
we
saying.
did
Who's,
the-
so who's in?
I wanted him.
I wanted.
I'm in.
I'll
Kevin.
be in for a beer.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's 2 beers.
5. Just one more to make it even. Mike or
Scott, you
Scott?
in for a beer bet this week?
Oh, sure, I'll be in.
And your team or Gabe?
Yeah, I was gonna say because
which side
it needs to be someone for Gabe. I'm not.
Huh? No.
No, it's just whoever's in the bet.
Oh, you're right. It would have to be the even.
yeah.
Right, it would have to be.
It would be
Ah, yeah,
someone
fuck it.
has
So-
to
Fuck the beer
Probably
bets.
pretty
Just-
So yeah, just us then. Unless you want it, which is fine. But how would that work? You guys give us
1 beer each.
4. So then we'd have to give each of you
1 beer.
1.
So we would owe 3 beers. You would owe. We would get 3 beers.
Yeah. So
I
you're
see.
only
Yeah, okay.
You're only getting 2 each, but we get 3 each.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
That's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah,
The beers go over the same. It's just
Yeah.
we would have to buy an extra beer.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
about
I
it.
don't think I'm in the bet.
Thing done.
All right.
I voted for
Unintentional.
Scott's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. We're good.
Sweet.
That was wow.
So that's about that, isn't it?
Yeah, is that all the predictions and everything?
I think so. That's wild.
Do we have any like administrative things before the people who hate us sign off?
Scott.
No. I don't
No,
think-
just trying to mention before about
So-
switching games 1 and 2 so it actually makes sense with the field numbers.
Yep.
Which I'll probably do at some point eventually. Probably tomorrow. I'm supposed to be working. But I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We should start thinking about end of season party because this is the halfway point.
True.
So
After the frisbees, how many did we have? How much do we have? Like,
$12.
yeah, not a lot. Okay.
I could, if you needed a
Yeah,
place, I could get that done for you pretty easily.
A place?
Well, I mean, like a space.
Oh, I mean, my house is open for it, depending on when. But
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, we want a dance floor,
oh, well, we can make that
an
happen.
arcade.
You
We're
make a
going,
dance
we're
floor
going,
out there,
we're going
yeah.
to fun and stuff.
Pink
We're making this dance
With the pink
We're
light.
going to fun and stuff.
We're getting loaded at fun and stuff.
How good
We have a
would
bar
that
now.
be?
That would actually,
All the kids and we're just sitting
For the parents to go drink.
that would actually be fun as hell.
I don't think it would. Fun and stuff is
Team
very
laser
depressing
tag?
when you're not.
Team
following
laser
it.
tag?
If we're drunk as hell, like if we, all right, we have to look in to see how much it is to literally rent out fun and stuff. It might be too much.
I don't
That
think it's
would
that
be-
expensive.
I don't think it is.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
The only way I could think about renting out fun and stuff, like you can probably rent out the roller rink.
Yeah, that's true.
Laser tag.
Well, if you want to do like
Laser
kids'
tag would actually
like the kids' birthday package, I'm pretty sure is only like $120. Where you get that top floor and you get like a round or two of laser tag.
Can we
You
make
need
it?
a kid.
Chase!
Chase!
Dennis and Chase.
Oh. Has Elliot? No. Has he turned 18
Yeah,
yet?
he's like 19 now, I think.
I think you're right.
Paul has a kid.
True. We've got our team mascot.
Yes!
We're ready. We're ready.
Dad power.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Very.
Alright. It seems like we're trickling into After Dark. It's about time I brought in my
True.
topics of discussion.
I have a quick question.
Is this after
I'm
our
giving
question?
well, somewhat.
Sort of.
I'm giving you your own 10 tattoo, right? Or are you getting it done somewhere else?
No, you would give it to me.
Okay.
For sure. And then I would give you yours.
Yeah. No,
I don't
it's gotta be.
trust you.
It has to be you guys.
It has to be. It has to be.
And the whole point is
I'll
it
watch
should
a
be.
YouTube video. Calm down.
See,
That's the thing. Once
that's
I
the
get
thing that's
home,
hard.
no,
Because
once
you
I-
would actually learn how to do it. You would watch a 6-minute YouTube video.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that it is shitty though.
Yeah, that's what, the
Yeah,
point is that
but there's
Schwartz
a difference
is shitty.
between shitty homemade tattoos and guy who's holding a tattoo gun for his first time ever.
Whoa, yeah. That's true.
Well, I could practice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go raw into Mike.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, please don't
I
go
would-
wrong.
I'm gonna place a side bet. If Mike gets the tattoo, Dan is not gonna practice. That's my bet.
No, I think you
100%
would.
That's
Yeah.
What is
it's
your
a
bet on
serious
that?
thing.
What are you betting on that?
It's like a couple beers. I'll bet a 6-pack on that.
All right, I'll take that. That's like serious enough to where that we
Yeah.
practice. I think.
Oh,
Like unless we get really drunk one night and then it just happens.
True, but
So all of a sudden Mike just busts out the tattoo gun.
no, I think
oh,
I actually think I have some of my work on my phone.
Ooh, some of your work.
when
Yeah.
did you? I
Yeah,
didn't know
when-
you like did tattoos.
He doesn't.
No, last
Have you
year
ever
during
tattooed
summer, I got a tattoo gun because I got one for like $100, which is just like very cheap. For one. And so I got it,
You're gonna get
and then I was like,
tattooed.
I started practicing it for like 3 weeks, and I did something that I was actually pretty proud of. It wasn't good,
How do
but I
you?
was proud of it.
How does one practice it on a tattoo gun?
I got
Don't you need,
oranges, you can do it on like
Oh.
fruit. You can,
Okay.
but I got
It's
these
like pig skin and shit, you
yeah,
know,
no, I got these like skin papers to practice on as well.
Interesting.
your buddy's ass.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Conspiracy. Exxon created dinosaurs to grow gasoline.
I mean, just absolutely not. But
No.
how do you?
How do you
Yeah, I
justify?
need
Time
more
travel
yeah.
exists?
Yeah, is that what?
How do you justify this?
Sure.
Oh, I saw.
Wait, so you're saying, how does this happen if time travel doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Well, dinosaurs still exist.
So
Wait, can you repeat the question?
I saw a very
Exxon,
interesting.
the giant oil
Corporation
Okay.
company.
created dinosaurs so that they could grow gasoline.
Yes.
No. Just, I mean, no.
Just like,
I
first of
don't-
all, no.
Yeah, I don't see how you can correlate this into a conspiracy.
Where are they keeping the dinosaurs?
Underground. That's where they grow.
Oh, is this Hollow Earth conspiracy looped into this one?
Is it more
Wait,
of
why,
like
why,
so,
why
so
just
are the
dinosaurs? Why not other
dinosaurs-
animals at that
Just-
point?
Huh?
Why only dinosaurs and not other animals at that point?
I don't think dinosaurs became gas anyways. I think it was trees and stuff.
That might be true.
I saw like a post on Reddit one
Alright.
time, which is the epitome of factual knowledge, where it was like trees evolved before the bacteria evolved to be able to break them down. So all the trees that died didn't get broken down; they just kind of stacked on top of each other and compressed in the oil.
So an going off the time travel thing, I saw an interesting conspiracy theory about time travel.
Sure.
That time travel has been invented,
Yeah.
but not space travel. So if you would go back 10 seconds with how fast the planets move around the Earth, you
Yeah.
would just die in space.
Okay, I agree,
Oh.
but we have space travel now.
Well, no, what I'm talking about, like,
No, like
Time
time
and
and
space.
space,
Time,
like hyperspeed
That's
shit.
cool.
It's a cool. Yeah, it's a cool thought experiment.
that's a conspiracy theory I heard. I was like, that's interesting.
But
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure, and again, epitome of knowledge here. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that like space time is like the only way that time travel will be possible.
Yeah, but that was just one thing I heard, and I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, that would be hilarious actually if it were true. Just like
Because
I figured out time travel.
I don't remember how fast they said like the planets move around the sun, but if you just went back in like 10 seconds, you'd be like
Yeah.
thousands of miles off the
it's pretty
Earth.
quick.
The more you know.
I was like, that was an interesting theory. Anyway, go back
like
to your
that.
questions.
Wait.
Not necessarily a question, just food for thought that your baby teeth are just kind of out there somewhere.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Someone's got him.
So,
the Earth
my
moves around
mom
the
had
sun
my baby
67,000
teeth. Yeah, me
miles an
too.
hour.
I don't know that
she
she
just threw them out.
I don't know that she still had them, but
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That's
but
weird.
I feel like my. It's a good point. I don't know if they would still have it. I kind of hope they don't, but at some point
Just
they
a-
did. Yeah.
something.
I'm gonna make him do a necklace and wear him around.
Get a nice little bracelet. Ugh.
That brings back D&D flashbacks.
Wearing teeth.
Somebody wore their own teeth.
No, it was the zombie one that I tried to DM.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a shit show.
That was a shit show.
I gotta play with you guys sometime, like very soon. But conspiracy theory that I love thinking about is birds aren't real.
I love that. I follow the Twitter account.
Yeah, it's a great Twitter account.
Such a great Twitter account.
But it's absolutely like there's so many reasons that it might be true. It's wild.
Yeah, my favorite
see birds
thing
sleeping?
was
No.
when COVID happened. They said government created COVID so they could shut down everything. They replaced the batteries and all the
All the
birds.
drones. No. But the thing is, they charge on power lines.
Yeah, well, okay, that's
So-
fair. But they had to replace the batteries. Like, you got to get a new battery eventually.
Wait, they charge on power?
They charge on power lines.
That's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many reasons that this one's like obviously not true, but like could kind of
Is
be
it not true?
it's like hilarious. I mean, yeah, people cut them open, but
I mean, Scout almost had to eat a crow.
Yeah,
that's true. We
We would have found out for real.
That's true. I got to update the beer bet thing to crows eaten.
0.
Scott just put on there. Scott no longer
Yeah.
has to eat a crow.
Is that your last?
Oh, I got a couple more.
Okay, keep them coming.
Yeah.
So Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Do you think if he was an organ donor, someone got his wheelchair parts?
Terrible.
It's dark.
It's terrible.
Probably not.
No,
Definitely.
I don't think
you don't think they're floating around in a go kart somewhere?
Well, I don't think the wheelchair counts as organs.
Yeah.
You gotta giggle.
Yeah, you gotta giggle. I'll give you that.
Did you think of all these today?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this what you did at work?
Yeah.
Did you actually think of them, or did you look them up?
No, I'm just sitting at work. You know,
It's just not working at all.
not at all. No.
Love that. You know what I realized? Did
Safety, just in case.
Just say this
Safety?
DJ just turned off. I was gonna ask you.
Nah, you're good.
Anyway.
Did we interview Josh or Luke?
Yeah.
Oh, I
we
don't
did.
know.
We did, Luke.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
have on prior podcasts.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So.
We're just gonna keep going with these questions.
Yeah.
All right,
Give me
this
some thoughts
this
on
was my last one. Like, I was thinking about it. So I'm not like super well versed in magicians these days,
Sure.
right?
So stage magicians
yeah.
or like wizards? Okay. I mean, after Exxon's made dinosaurs, I gotta clarify.
So like, I'm sure there are, but like I thought about it. I'm like, when's the last time I saw a female magician? You know.
That's a good point.
And then
What?
I
I've
thought
definitely
about.
seen him like on that Penn and Teller show.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
it's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, that's the only
But,
the only
like-
interaction I ever had with magicians.
True.
It's like the same, probably the same ratio of like teachers, females to male, and or like
I've only-
nurses.
like, I've
I
mainly
was like
female
50-50
or like
male.
what's
female
the more
teachers.
extreme example? Like nursing.
Disc golf.
Nursing, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's but it's because the last time in history we burned them at the stake.
Yeah, and they're scared. It's in their collective consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's just because the kind of guys who become magician are just weird, lonely men. It doesn't happen as often with women.
I think that's
That's a
little
cruel
less
reality.
likely as opposed to
Then
like
the burning the stake thing,
Salem
collective
witch trials kind
gender
of deal,
consciousness. Yeah. okay.
Right.
Now that I say it like that, it does sound dumb.
Yeah.
All right. I have a question for Dan.
Ooh.
All right.
Does that have anything to do with how to hold a force?
No.
I have your answer for the magicians, real quick. Google it real quick. How many female magicians? In fact, the oldest. Never mind. So there's 300 active female members of this like magician society thing that is like means you're a legit magician. 300 active females out of 4,000 known master of illusions is what they call it. So
well
like
under 10%.
Terribly, yeah. But there's your answer.
So my question for Dan: if you lose your game and you have to dye your hair blonde,
when?
How would you say that is going to go for your, since you're recently single? How's that going to go for your new dating profile and anytime you're trying to date?
I think SoCal Dan will.
Well,
yeah, I don't think SoCal Dan first.
Also, funny kills. So if you just post a good one and just be like, "I lost a bet, don't worry," that might like actually work.
I don't know. Not really thinking about it.
Honestly,
That's
if you
fair.
wear a hat, then like it's not.
If you wear
gonna
that
change
hat,
anything.
Just curious on the thought process on that.
Hadn't crossed my mind yet.
Whose life changes? Not life, because that's a big thing. But whose? I guess we'll go with life changes more. Dan or TJ's when their hair gets dyed. Like which has more impact?
I guess I don't know for sure, but I think I'd get way more shit from like other people. But I don't think my life changes very much.
I think I dish shit way better than you.
What do you mean?
He gives it better than he takes it.
Yeah, like I think somebody comes at me with shit because I'm blonde. You're gonna regret coming at me with shit because I'm blonde.
Fair. All right. Next question. If you end up going off of if you end up your hair blonde, is your boss gonna recognize you're at work?
Dave, yes. Tom, maybe. So for reference, Tom is like an 84-year-old man.
Oh god. Still working.
Yeah, he just drives a truck for the most part.
Oh, that's great.
That's
I'm glad an
exactly
84-year-old man is driving heavy equipment. That's wonderful.
But yeah, I don't know. He'll probably just like call me a fag. You know, classic old man shit.
Yeah, of course.
Will he think you're just a new worker?
No,
How long would it take?
Because Tom's not like he doesn't have
Fully
Alzheimer's or anything, you know.
Yeah, any more?
No, that was about all I cooked up.
That was all you cooked up?
Yeah,
That was a solid batch.
It's true.
that was okay.
That friggin' dinosaurs.
Oh. I guess if you end up dyeing your hair, your parents are going to find out on your birthday, correct?
Probably sooner, but yeah.
The sooner
Oh,
better.
my dad.
Would you tell your parents
Oh,
before?
Oh, 100%. I'd be like, I'm coming home blonde.
So now I won't tell my parents. The first time they know is when they see me blonde.
That's how
Whenever
you gotta
that-
do
yeah,
it.
whenever
That
that is.
plays so much better. You just be like, TJ, something's different about you. And you're like, yeah, I think I've grown
Something.
again.
Yeah.
I think I'm an inch taller
My
now.
calves are feeling better.
I feel like it'd make me look shorter though, because it blend with my
You think? Oh,
blend with
maybe.
my skin. So
yeah,
it might
yeah.
drop.
I can see that. You have to start wearing lifts.
Because it'd be more funny in Dan's if he just leaves for the podcast one day and, has
Comes
to dye his
back
hair and he
blonde?
just comes back blonde.
Yeah.
And then try to convince your parents
Well,
that you've always
I
been
think
blonde.
dyeing hair is a bit of a process. I don't think we could do it on.
No,
on-
especially
Unless I showed up a little bit earlier.
No, with your hair being like as dark as it is,
You'd have to.
you're gonna have to do like one round of bleach, and then like you're gonna have to wait a week and do another round of bleach. Otherwise, like your hair's just gonna burn like right off.
That's a process.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it ends
So-
up being me, I will say I'm for sure gonna like go somewhere and get it done.
No, we're doing it.
I don't know.
We have my
You should-
sister
you-
do
you
it.
should- You should do
Maybe.
it.
True.
Actually, that's true. That's a good point.
You should do it somewhere real. That's a good move.
Talking about if we're not getting tattoos at a real place, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're not gonna dye our hair. At a real
They're
place.
separate
But that's
sets.
like and that's like kind of fun. I don't know. Like you have a tattoo gun, you know what I mean?
We could get hair dyed.
Yeah,
Pat,
but
Pat
like,
was
dude,
telling
you
us he
get
lost a bet and
hella
had to go
infected.
place to get cornrows put
Alright.
in his hair when he was in
it's
college.
true.
Right. How about what if we get? I'm assuming some of the girls in our league have dyed hair before, or have dyed their own hair.
We get
Probably
to
safe.
What if they
They're-
dye
I
their
have
hair?
They're
dyed hair
guests and they
before.
die.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have dyed hair.
And Mike Long has
I have
hair
dyed my
before.
hair.
All right, fine.
So we have people who have dyed hair before. So we
Yeah, worry not, TJ. You'll be in good hands.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Oh,
I guess it is kind of crazy to be worried about like how good your bleach blonde hair looks. When
Well, it's
you
more
dye
for like,
bleach
because
blonde.
can't that like fuck up your skin like pretty bad if you do it wrong?
It'll
Yeah,
definitely
no.
fuck up
So
your
no,
hair.
your scalp will like you need to have it not like directly touch your scalp, otherwise because you're fucking just like bleaching it. Like look, the back of my hand, like this is all from like bleach right now.
Yeah, it's like that's what I don't.
But like,
gotcha. That's
fair.
But I don't know. Whoever
I don't gotta worry about it.
Ooh.
Whoever it is, it'll be fun.
Can we expect extra shit talk in the meme channel this week because of it?
Probably, yeah.
Well, I got it muted, so
we got to see when this posts. Though I feel like we can't.
That's
I can show how to edit, and we can put it up right when we're done.
Well, video, right?
Oh, video, yeah.
Oh yeah, but it'll be on Spotify.
Yeah, we can put the first on Spotify and wait for the video loads a little later.
Yeah,
on Thursday.
Tell those people they need to wait for the thumbnails or whatever timestamps. That's fair.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Mike, you ready to chop my hair?
You could do timestamps in Spotify. I just haven't been.
Really?
Yeah, apparently I looked it up.
Oh. I know you can like.
I forgot.
Like cut it.
I forgot about that too.
Like where it's like a full
Yeah.
episode,
Oh,
but it
just
only
uses
shows
her.
the little
Oh, I thought it was like a bet or something.
Oh no. Okay. I'm his barber.
How much do you charge?
There's a
free
football.
as long as you don't get mad if I fuck it up.
Oh yeah, like there's national championships right now.
Yeah.
Score.
We could switch to that. I mean, what do we got? 3 minutes? Dan, give me some just random. Go.
Random?
Yep.
It's 3-3. A little bit into the second quarter.
Shout out to troops. Bye, Sean.
Oh yeah, don't shout out to our troops.
Bye, Sean. Godspeed.
Sean, are you still listening to these? Let us know in the comments.
Somewhere.
Like and subscribe. Smash that button.
Did you stop the? Okay.
Do all the do all the things.
Oh, we still gotta kill 3 minutes.
Oh shit.
No, it's fine. We can be a minute 50 seconds.